This is Twit.
We were talking about spam fighting. Poor Larry, he's on Yahoo Mail, and he says he gets a lot of spam. Yahoo Mail, in theory, has anti-spam, and I have a spam folder. And the problem with, fighting spam, first of all, we've lost the battle. Spam exists, and a great percentage of all the email traffic in the world is spam. In my case, because I've had an email, it varies depending on how many people have the email address you use. I've used the same email address for more than a dozen years, so I'm on every spam mailing list possible. And that address gets more than 99% of all the mail to that address is spam. More than 99 out of 100 messages that I get are spam. I don't want to see. Something like 30,000 spam messages a month, according to my spam filter. Yeah. Now, the problem with that is you don't want to miss a message from mom or your bank, you don't want a false positive. You don't want messages that aren't spam to be blocked. But at the same time, you don't want messages that are obviously spam to get through. Who wants to see those? Mail enhancement research. These are new since we talked. Naked pictures of someone you know. Let's see, I mentioned the Burger King gift card. Blue Sky Auto Loan. There's a lot of these. Dr. Oz's newest fat burner, which, by the way, I'm sure didn't come from Dr. Oz. Increase size. Increase student loan forgiveness. Curves. Doggy foot discounts. What? Doggy foot discount. That's what it says. 75% off top-rated dog toys and treats. Spam. It's all spam. So the best spam filters, we've tried to do this manually by making filters. That was how we first did it. Maybe you've tried this where you make filters and it doesn't work too well. And then along came what they called Bayesian filtering. The idea was to use statistical methodology to learn. So with a Bayesian filter, you train the filter. Remember this? You train the filter by giving it a lot of stuff you knew to be spam, and then it would get better and better as every time you got a spam message, you said, no, that's spam. But the spammers are smart. They got around both of those techniques by changing the content of the spam. A lot of times there's no content at all. They do all sorts of tricks to get by spam filters. So the current technique that works the best is something called collaborative filtering. And I know there's people who do other techniques like, for instance, refusing all mail unless you prove you're a human. I don't like to do that because I don't like to make people who are emailing me jump through hoops just to email me. So collaborative filtering seems the best. Yahoo is apparently not using this. They ought to. It works well on services that have many, many users because the idea, and Google does use this, Gmail uses this. The idea is if a user says, no, you shouldn't have sent me that, that's spam, that's a strike against that sender and that message. And if Google sees thousands of people saying it's spam, that's a pretty good indicator it really is spam. A machine doesn't know spam. Humans, we're very good at it. We know spam. And so if it says, if we look at it and we say it's spam and 1,000 say it's spam, that's spam. So those collaborative filters work quite well. That's why I use Gmail. I think for those of us who use Gmail, false positives are non-existent or very, very, very low, mistakenly thinking something's spam when it's not. And the effectiveness rate is very high. I don't see much spam. Even though 99% of the mail that comes to my Gmail account is spam, I might see one spam message every few days, literally. So if you can move from Yahoo Mail to Google Mail, that's not a bad idea. But here's a way you can do it without changing your address. Have your Yahoo Mail forwarded to a Gmail address. That means you can still tell people, my address at yahoo.com, still have mail go there, but you get the benefits of Google Mail's filtering. And both services are free, so why not? I have mail forwarded to Gmail from other accounts because it's just so good at getting rid of the mail. If you don't want to deal with Google, you feel like they're reading my mail, which, by the way, they have to do to filter spam, Then you might want to try a third-party service. The one I've recommended before is onlymyemail.com. I think this is a great service. Does very well, and it's the same idea. It's collaborative filtering. So you can use one of the services they have is you can have all your email still go to the same address, but it goes through Only My Email first. They have now, and I think this is great, an email for kids service where you can decide as a parent, look, our kids need to understand and learn email, but maybe they need training wheels. So this is the idea. You can decide as a parent how it works, whether you'll only accept, initially I would suggest only accepting email from known senders, grandma, mom, dad, that like that. Eventually, you could get a little more open, or you can review all incoming emails before your kid sees them, or review all outgoing emails. This is a nice service. I think this is a great idea. Onlymyemail.com. But frankly, the free Google Mail is what I use, and it does a great job. 99% of my mail is spam, and I don't see any of it. That, to me, is working. So, Larry, that would be my suggestion, is continue to use your Yahoo account. Just create a new Google account. You don't need to give it out to anybody. In fact, use an obscure name. That's fine. Larry's secret email 1234@gmail.com. And you can either have Google fetch your email from Yahoo or have Yahoo forward your email to Google. Which one do you use, Jeff? Do you use filter? Do you filter Yahoo Mail over to Google?
Yeah, I forward.
You forward it. I think getting it from Yahoo means having a paid Yahoo account because I think you have to pay for it. You can do that for free? Okay.